Thoughts on the readings for March 23rd, Numbers 4, Proverbs, Luke 15. In Numbers chapter 4 we are given more details about the carrying of the tabernacle and its furniture, taking down of the veil, and the covering of the Ark of the Covenant for transporting were the duties of Aaron and his sons. Their responsibility also included covering furniture in the holy place. The clan of Kohath had the task of carrying the furniture. Verses 17 to 49 describe the census of the Levites. The book of Proverbs contains many maxims and wise sayings from Solomon, king of Israel. We are told in 1 Kings 4 verse 32 that Solomon spoke 3,000 proverbs. The word for proverb is the Hebrew word mashal, which means a comparison. It speaks of placing ideas alongside other ideas so as to extract meaningful learning. The book is divided into 8 segments. The first 7 verses of chapter 1 speak of the book's title, and contains an introduction and the theme of the book. From chapter 1 verses 8 and 9 and 18 we are told about a father's praise of wisdom, 10 verses 1 to 22 and 16. Further Proverbs of Solomon. Proverbs 22 verses 17 to 24 tells words of wise men. Chapter 24 verses 23 and 34 outlines further words of wise men. Proverbs 25 verses 1 to 29 and 27. Proverbs of Solomon Hezekiah's collection. Chapter 30 relate the words of Agga. Chapter 31 verses 1 to 9 tell us about the words of King Lemuel. Finally in chapter 31 verses 10 to 31 tell of an alphabet of wifely excellence. The above breakdown was taken from Alec Crawford's 3 volumes on Proverbs available from CSS Books. The purpose of Proverbs is to provide the listener with short and memorable sayings, which will provide guidance for life. It is important that we grasp the theme of the book in chapter 1 verse 7. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, fools despise wisdom and instruction. ESV. Fear also speaks of terror, in relation to and designed to develop a respect for Yahweh and His judgments. The word beginning means the first part, or the chiefest portion. Wisdom, as the book will demonstrate, gives guidance for living a faithful and pleasing life before God and of benefit to our neighbor. The word for wisdom or knowledge speaks of the choicest wisdom. Chapter 1 verses 8 to 19 gives counsel to avoid evil companions. Verses 20 to -23 is wisdom making an impassioned plea to all. The book of Proverbs personifies wisdom as a wise and desirable companion. Verses 24 to 32 are a lament that the young man has refused wisdom's counsel and he now bemoans the disastrous consequences of his folly. Luke 15 records the 3 parables of the lost sheep, coin and son. All we like sheep have gone astray. Isaiah 53. But hopefully we have been recovered by our chief shepherd. 1 Peter 5. However, how poor it was that the coin was lost in the house of believers. Was it lost because of an oversight? Or, even worse, because of a lack of care due to the preoccupation of those self-interested occupants of the ecclesial house? God only knows. But like in the parable of the lost sheep, there is great joy in heaven and on earth in the recovery of the coin. Finally, we are told the parable of the prodigal, or wasteful, son. The wasteful son, through hardship brought on by his own lack of understanding of the great benefits that come to all who are blessed to be in our Father's house, as well as the prodigal son's own greed. In his hardship, that son has time to reflect on the love of the Father, and to find opportunity to return to the household. The father was anxiously waiting for any news of his son's return, and runs to meet his lost son, and receives him with great feasting and rejoicing. The elder son symbolizes the self-righteous Pharisees who could feel no joy when those who they contemptuously call sinners joyfully embrace the Father's graciousness. Let us read aloud verses 31 and 32. Then pause, ponder, and make sure we love our gracious Father and rejoice when His children return to the fold. Penned by Warwick Rosser and his team. Produced by ChristaDelphinVideo.org.